guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, this is The Posh in Me, and this channel is all about reviewing designer handbags and lifestyle items. And today I wanted to do a 1-year wear and tear review on my Fendi Baguette bag. So the proper name is the Fendi Chain Midi bag, which I guess stands for medium. And I'm just looking at one thing that's like sticking out already. Hold on a second. It's gone. Nothing's there. Alright, so I will be doing a 1-year wear and tear review, which means I'm gonna go through the general overview of the bag. I'll talk about the pros and cons on the bag, what fits inside, and whether or not I would recommend this bag to you, or maybe I won't. You don't know. You have to watch until the end. If you don't want to watch until the end, I will be putting timestamps below so you can kind of quickly jump into the section that interests you the most. Alright, so without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so a general overview of the bag. As you remember, this chain version came out last year, I believe around October, November of 2021. If you watched my unboxing video, you know this was an impulse purchase. I went into the store, saw the bag. It kind of fit off all the different check marks on my imaginary checkmark list, and I just went for it. And ever since then, I have been wearing this bag pretty much on a daily basis. I'll be honest, I didn't wear it as much in the summer because because of the color. If this was a lighter color, I would have definitely worn it in the summer as well. To me, this is more of a fall, winter, spring bag. So I did wear it for the long 6 months or 8 months of winter that we have here. So with that, and now that we have in the fall season here, I feel like I can definitely provide a proper overview of the bag, how I've been liking it, what my pet peeves are, and just kind of share my thoughts about this bag. Alright, so a general overview of the bag. This bag is made out of Napa leather, and hold that thought. Do you guys actually know what Napa leather is? I'll be honest, I didn't. I just, thought it sounds fancy, like, Napa Valley of California. So I had to Google what Napa leather really is. And from all my Google research, and I'm not a leather expert at all, what I found was that Napa leather is basically another way of saying luxury, premium style, quality leather. It doesn't have a defined definition of what it is made out of. So Napa leather can be made out of goat, lamb, calf skin, anything, but kind of like think about all those types of materials, and think about like the luxurious type of leather from that can be derived from all of those animals. And this is actually that's what Napa leather is, a very luxurious premium quality leather. It is on the thinner side, so if we're comparing it to grained skin like calf skin leather, that one's going to be more on the thicker side. This is more on the thinner side, so lambskin, like the Chanel lambskin that we know. This is exactly what this Napa leather is made out of. So all of these Fendi baguettes are made out of the lambskin leather, which they call Napa leather to kind of I guess to really say that this is a very premium type of leather. All right, so because of that, it is on the durability, it is kind of is it going to be durable, because it is more softer. It's definitely as you remember, I said this is kind of like a buttery soft leather. This is exactly what this is. It's so soft. I just want to continue holding this bag in my hands, just because of how soft it is. Anyways, all right, so on the inside of the bag, we have just one compartment with one zipped closure. Oh, there's something stuck there. One zipped closure on the inside. I don't use that at all, but it is there. I will take my stuff out so you can kind of have a better idea of how big the inside is. There you go. It is leather on the inside as well. The bag is made in Italy. What else? In terms of the measurements, I will put them down below, so you can kind of see what those measurements are. But if you're looking, kind of for comparison, so the Baguette line of Fendi bags, it does come in different sizes and variations. There's the small little mini Baguette, which is, you know, this little tiny little bag, which is super cute for the summer, I think, you know, for going out and whatnot. Then there's the Baguette, which is a little bit bigger than this. And then since then, they've introduced this, you know, chain version, which is the medium, in between size between the small and the Baguette. And then, you know, I guess in the last few months, they've also introduced a bigger size version of this chain bag. So it's called the large chain Fendi Baguette, and it is significantly, you know, bigger than the regular Baguette and this and anything else. So I'm not sure how I feel about that one. I think, you know, it can work for some people, but I think it's just, for me personally, it is, you know, a little bit too large. The bag does not come in with any other handles other than the chain. You know, there's not even, I mean, you can technically put something through this loop and, you know, make it a crossbody. You know, if you have a crossbody strap, you can definitely put something in through here. However, this does, you know, transform into a crossbody bag if you just play around with the chain. Ta-da! So, you know, it's definitely versatile in terms of how you can wear it. Alright, so in terms of the price, and this is going to be in Canadian dollars, it retails for, I'm just going to kind of round up, $3,700 plus tax. Now, surprisingly, I actually saved the price tag from, you know, from when I bought it. So remember, I bought this in October/November 2021, and ta-da! It is still the same price. So it has not gone up in price in over a year, and I think for, you know, hearing that for a luxury brand that, you know, they have not raised their prices for any type of bag, I think that's kind of pretty cool, right? Like, thanks Fendi, thanks for, you know, not following the bandwagon, I guess, and raising the prices just, you know, as you wish. So the bag is still retails for the same price as it did last year, so, you know, it's still a good chance. If you're looking at, you know, if you're considering buying this bag, you can rest in peace knowing that it has not really gone in price in the last year, which I guess, you know, for some people this may be a concern, because then it's like, well, it doesn't hold its value, or, you know, it's not really going up in price, that means I'm not gonna get more for it. Anyways, whatever. Point is, I'm actually very happy the price stayed the same. I think it's crazy that all these brands keep on raising their prices every few months, not even once a year, every few months, and so often, right? So it's happy to know that Fendi does not do that yet. All right, so let's do what fits in my bag section right now. I don't actually have a lot of items, surprisingly, but I do have my Chanel card holder that is, you know, as you can see, a zipped version of the card holder, and I'm just looking at it because I just noticed a little scratch on it, which is, you know, not going to bother me. Okay, so I'm gonna toss that in here. I also have my Louis Vuitton Victorine wallet, you know, that I've had for a while. I'm gonna toss that in here as well. Obviously, you know, I probably won't be wearing, you know, having two wallets in the bag, but I just wanted to show you for the size comparison what it can fit. All right, so I do have some, here, let me take out some stuff. I do have my, this is a Givenchy lipstick. This is some other lipstick, hand sanitizer, makeup remover. All right, oh, and a piece of gum, well, a pack of gum actually. All right, so I'm gonna put that in here, playing Tetris a little bit. And I definitely have, you know, some space left here at the top for more items if I need to, like my car keys or anything else. I can also definitely put my iPhone 11 Pro Max in here as well. And then close the bag, and then I'm just gonna close it like this, and then make sure that the magnets, I know, does kind of, you know, hear that click sound, so I know it's in place. And ta-da! And you know what, you can't really tell that the bag is full. Like, it's not really changing the shape of the bag that much because of, I guess, how stretchy the material is. Yeah, it's not really doing anything. So I really like that about this bag, that you can definitely stuff it up with, you know, anything, and it's not really gonna make it look like it's, you know, full to the max. All right, so moving on to pros and cons of the bag. I'll start with the pros. For me, what I really like about the bag is the fact that it's very lightweight. You know, even when it's full to the max, yeah, it's obviously gonna have some weight, but it doesn't really weight me down. So when I wear it, crossbody or on my shoulder, I don't really feel the weight. Like I guess it distributes it really evenly on me, and I really like that. And the fact that it is lightweight, it doesn't really have that any kind of like base weight to start with, so that's amazing. Number two, I like the versatility of this bag. The fact that you can wear it crossbody or on your shoulder or in your hands, depending on how you are, right? Like if you're walking and you really need to kind of have your hands easily available, and you don't want to have anything in your hands, so you just kind of rearrange the chains so that you're wearing it crossbody and your hands are free to do whatever. Or if you're going out for dinner and you kind of want to have that classy look, I just put it in my hands or on my shoulder, and it really is that type of bag that goes from day to night very easily. And not a lot of bags can do that. So I think it's also the fact that while I don't know, like would you say this is more of a casual handbag or no? For me, I guess I think it's kind of both, right? It can be a casual handbag, it can be my going out handbag. So that's kind of the occasions. I've literally used it everywhere. Like I've done traveling with it, and this was my go-to bag for all the everyday shopping, everyday life, and then going out at dinner. I think it's it's a bag that can really hit off a little different formal events in your life. You can probably take this to a wedding as well, depending on your outfit. So I really like that about this handbag. Number three, the price point. So it does it is an expensive handbag, don't get me wrong. $3,700 is not cheap. It's not $2,000. It's still on the pricier point, I guess, but when you're looking at Dior and Chanel and really anything else, I think it's a good spot for this handbag. I don't feel like I overpaid. I don't feel like I paid for something that's not worth it, if that makes sense. So for me, I think that price range is I'm comfortable with it. I think this bag is worth it at that price range. This handbag was worth $5,000. I'd probably think twice about getting it, but I think at the price point that it is at, hopefully it stays that way. I think this is a good purchase. All right, now moving on to cons of the bag. I think the very first con that I can really think of is probably has to do with durability, right? The wear and tear of the bag. So like I said, I've had it for a year. Think about it, I've used it for 9 months straight. So really my go-to handbag. And I am seeing some wear and tear in the corners, a little bit scuffs here in the corners of the bag, a little bit here on the side. So I'll definitely zoom in so you guys can see it as well. They're not super noticeable, they're not out there, but I think that as I continue to wear this handbag, obviously those things will grow and they'll show more. So I'm a little bit kind of scared how it's gonna look in a year, or not even a year, like in 2 years from now. And for the price point, you kind of want things to last. So I guess we'll see. I have not been, careful with the bag. I definitely put it on floors and, kind of tossed it around in the car. So I have not been taking good care of it, and maybe that's why I am seeing, some kind of wear and tear in those spots. In terms of the wear and tear on the chain, on the hardware, I don't. There's literally nothing that I can mention. And the funny part, the straps, right? I do use the straps, so I do wear this in my hand quite often, and there's nothing going on the straps. So it's very interesting that I'm seeing wear and tear in the corners, but not on the straps. I would assume that since I use this the most, how's this getting wear and tear, and then this isn't? I don't know, but something to think about. In terms of scratches, I don't think it's very prone to scratches. Even though it is a lambskin, it's not as prone to scratches as my other items are. I've definitely carried this and then a set of keys in my hand, and I've never had like an actual scratch anywhere on the bag. There are some scratches on the inside of the handbag, and again, that's from the keys. I don't know if you can see some stuff here. Not super noticeable, and it is on the inside, so I kind of expect that to happen. And my second and last con about this handbag would be the fact that it's not super comfortable wear on the shoulders. Like if this is a shoulder bag, whenever I wear it, and like I said, I've worn this with a jacket on, without a jacket, so different materials on my on me, it does slip off. Well, right now it's not doing it because it's probably more heavy than it normally is, but it's not like, I feel like I really have to kind of hold it in like this, in my arm, like with my shoulders and stuff, with my arms, so that it doesn't really slip off. But if I didn't do that, it would definitely, as I'm walking, it would definitely come off my shoulder, and I think that's a pet peeve of mine. Like that does annoy me. That, like, why doesn't it just stay on, and like why does it have to like fall off? That is a pet peeve. So I mean, I think that's why I also don't wear it as much on my shoulder, and I just prefer, like, I usually just wear it crossbody or in my hands because of that. So it is a pet peeve. It's maybe we're not planning on wearing this on your shoulder, and this is not gonna bother you, but just so you know, it's not gonna stay on your shoulder. Okay, moving on to my, I guess, last section of this video. Would I recommend this handbag? And I think, yes, definitely. I would definitely recommend this handbag. Like I said, I'm still very happy with my purchase, with my impulse buy. I'm still very happy with it. The fact that I have used it so much, I think that kind of, shows the extent of how much fun I'm having with this handbag, right? Where I'm kind of hesitant is probably, if I were to recommend this handbag, I think it depends, what price range are you looking at, right? If you're looking, if you're saving up for a handbag, and let's say you have enough money to buy a Gucci, Disco, Soho, whatever it's called, if you were looking at that handbag, but you're like, okay, well, I'm not that far off from the Fendi, would I recommend saving up and getting the Fendi? Probably not. I would say, go for the Gucci Disco. That one is going to definitely last you for years. You're not going to see any wear and tear for like ages to come. If you are considering, let's say, a Celine Nano luggage, my other favorite handbag, I would say, because those are kind of priced the same. I think the Celine is actually maybe a few $100s cheaper than the Fendi. Yes, they do look different. They're completely different handbags. However, they are still kind of in that same category of, medium-sized crossbody bag, small, medium-sized crossbody bag. I would say go for the Celine because of the leather. Celine is made out of calfskin green leather, so it is on the thicker side. It's more durable. So you're definitely still not gonna see any wear and tear on the Celine, at least not as not as fast as on the Fendi. If you have, I guess, I don't know, if you're just deciding between the Baguette or the chain version, I think that's a personal choice. I think the Baguette is definitely a little bit bigger. It doesn't have a chain. It has a crossbody strap and a shoulder strap. However, I don't think that's really a shoulder strap, right? I think that's more of a holding in your hand strap, because it's very narrow. How would you put it on your shoulder? Anyways, I think that's if you're considering about the Baguette or this, I would go for this. I think you'd probably have more chances to wear this out than the Baguette, right? I think the Baguette is not really your typical evening bag, and this can be, right? This can easily go from day to evening, so you'll definitely get more uses out of the chain version. Even though I am seeing wear and tear, I'm still considering buying the small, like the mini Baguette, just because of how cute it is. I absolutely love the fact that it's so easy to open this bag. It's just like a magnetic clasp, right? So you open it with you don't have to open any zippers, which is also actually, think about it, right? Like if you are feeling secure about about your items, this, like nothing's gonna fall off, right? Like it is closed, but not having a zipper can be problematic for some people, right? So this does not have a zipper, as you could see. But anyways, I'm still, you know, like I said, I'm still very much in love, and I do want to add more of these into my collection. I probably would not get another one of the same size, but you know, maybe getting a smaller size bag, like something fun for the summer, something just for the like evening out, that would be great. Alright guys, so that concludes my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found my review very interesting and informative. Leave a comment below so I know how you feel, and thanks again for watching. If you like the video and you want to watch more of these, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks, until next time, bye!